Look at this. It's a charger, but it lets you waddle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Pew! Yeah, I got him. Pew, pew, pew. Dum, 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 ba-da-dum, dum, 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 dum. This is fun. I still have 2 more shots. Do 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 do. Oh, I'm up here now. Oh, I'm up here now. Whoa! I haven't even fired this thing yet. I need to see what this thing feels like. I think that's the first thing I'm going to start. Let's check range. Little bit better than 52 range. Yeah, it's very close to pro range. I think pro is like the tiniest bit more. Yeah. Except those are still hitting fall off. Okay. So yeah, it's basically a pro, but lower damage, higher fire rate. How does it paint? Better, I'd say. Not super quickly, though. It's not like this is an Aerospray or anything. Yeah, this is definitely a lot slower than the Nova is. The strafe speed is a huge plus. It's way better strafe speed than the Pro does. But it also just... Ew, that accuracy is kind of gross. Like, a bunch of those are just missing for no other reason than the weapon. So it's like... I'm trying to think why you use this over 52. It's... I guess it's, like, more of a supportive niche. The 52 paints about as much, has the same special, 2 shots instead of 5 shotting, and it has a wall instead of a point sensor. Point sensor, like, there are definitely reasons to run a point sensor. This is not anywhere near as bad a weapon as, like, an undercover or an Aerospray or anything. Like, this is definitely usable, and it's still gonna be able to kind of bully shorter ranged weapons. But I don't think it's going to be able to bully the shorter ranged weapons quite as well as the 52 does. Or even really the Pro, probably. So you're running this for, like, paint or point sensors. And I don't feel like those are quite the most powerful things to decide to run it for. I'll definitely take it into a game and see how it feels. But, like, the speed at which I'm doing damage is not great. Especially with how many shots are missing. Like, it doesn't need shots to be missing when it's already a 5-shot. Yeah, does this thing even splat faster than Dualies squelchers? It's like... And that's if you hit all of the shots. Whereas this is... I feel like it's about the same as the Dualies squelchers. The Dualies squelchers have more range. They also have a bomb. It's definitely not a high tier, I don't think. But I wouldn't say it's garbage either. That's my initial take, just from playing it in here. And again, that is literally the first time I have touched this weapon. Splattershot, I mean, it's the same weapon that I use, except it has this bomb now, and it has these. And I really do not like the, that's interesting. I don't like the Tri-Strike forward at all. I think Tri-Strike is just generally very weak, but The thing that made the K-Shot really good was that it could fire the missiles and then go in with them. Like, it could set up its own fights using that. The problem with this that makes it, like, way, way worse than the K-Shot was in Splatoon 2 is that you're going to fire your special, but you're not going to be able to, like, do anything with it. Like, the only way that your special accomplishes anything is if other teammates follow up with it instead of you. But, like, you're the Splattershot with a splat bomb. Like, it's your job to follow up on things like that and get picks from that. So it's, like, taking you out of the role that you would like to play if you're trying to set up fights with it. I guess what you could do is, like, suppress a backliner with that weapon as you start to move forward, but, like, you're moving forward and you're really immobile. Like, I don't feel like it's a super reliable way to contest a backliner if, like, you have to be standing like this. You can't even go squid form. You're stuck looking like this the entire duration. Like, how are you supposed to move forward with that? It's got to be the rest of your team. But if you're sitting back and popping special to, like, remove one opponent from play, because that's really all that's realistically going to do, is move one opponent. Or make a couple of opponents move, like, 3 feet to their left and then continue fighting. If you're taking yourself out of play to take only one other member of the opposing team out of play, you haven't even really created an advantage for yourself. I just very rarely see this thing get value. Splat Bomb is the perfect bomb for this weapon, but I sadly think that the kit is not going to be the preferred one. Unless you're really looking for bomb spam on a Splattershot, I guess I could see that. Like, maybe this is like a support Splattershot, where you play it like a junior and just, like, throw tri-strikes all the time. I could see that being a playstyle. But yeah, this one I actually got a chance to play in one singular turf war. Not a huge fan of it. Use the strikes as a special counter. Okay, so I mean you're using it to, like, kill a bubble or... I get, do these things stick to crabs or do they bounce off crabs? I actually don't know that interaction. That's something that we'll have to go in and try at some point. Prolonging a spawn lock. I don't even feel like it stalls a fight, though. Like, I was playing in tournament today, and the other team was running, I think, double strike. And I just never felt like I had to move. I felt like I could literally just stay engaged in every fight that I was a part of. It's not a Booyah Bomb. It is nowhere near the amount of effect that a Booyah Bomb is going to have. It's like, oh no, I have to move over here. Okay, I'm good. Whereas a Booyah Bomb forces you to, like, sprint, and get all the way over here before you can, like, do anything else. Even if you throw all three at someone, it's like, okay, I move here. And then I move here, and then I move back to here. We're good. That's not displacement. I think that's literally, like, a non-impact. So I'm skeptical about it. So I think to answer the question, I think Splat Bomb is the sub-weapon that this weapon wants the most. But I think Tri-Strike is just really undertuned right now. Like, it needs more mobility, or, like, a bigger hitbox, or something, I think. I just don't feel like this is anywhere near as impactful as the Zuka. And it also doesn't have Inkjet, and I will never forgive them for that. Dapples. I feel like I already kind of just know this weapon. It's not going to be phenomenal, but it's an aggressive kit for it. So if somebody's like a Dapple's main, like I know K from InkSync, for example, is someone I might end up playing, I feel like they would probably get use out of this weapon. I don't know, but maybe people just stick to the more supportive kit, because that is at least utility that it can provide without having to fight things. I feel like the Dapples having to fight things is a huge problem for the Dapples. They only really work from super duper close up. Why did they give it hammer? I don't feel like that's good. Zimmy is something that's... I'm hearing people say might end up being meta. That, like, on, like, top-level comps, people are considering this over Flingza. It's a very versatile, strong painting weapon that's gonna get a useful special. Really good area denial. Like, this is definitely a really good kit. I don't know about the sub in particular, but big bubbler plus mini, that works. I could definitely see this, like, supplanting juniors for big bubbler support. So that seems really good. What else we got? Snipewriter, I haven't had a chance to play outside of the recon mode, but this is really interesting. It's like somebody compared it on Twitter to a Splatling, which I think is like a really interesting way to think about it. That like you get your charge and you're stuck in this like walking and firing mode while you have it, but you're able to put out like more sustained DPS than a charger usually is. Also, if you hit a full charge shot, it combos with a partial, which is cool. I like the way that they did the damage on this. And you can fire it pretty quick. Like, once you've got charge, that's not too bad. It's like bamboo speed. But it's longer range than the bamboo. I don't know, it's interesting. The kit is not great. This is not a weapon that wants Tacticooler at all. I don't know why they gave it to it. Yeah, like, the main weapon is really cool, though. Like, even if the kit's not good, I feel like this is going to have a niche somewhere. Someone's going to figure out something they can do with this. So that's a really cool weapon. I like the design of that a lot. Like, the kit, okay, whatever, but the main weapon's cool. This kit is gonna bait so many people, because I feel like Pro still has all of the problems that it always did. I don't think that this kit changes any of that. This is not gonna supplant the machine for Booyah Bomb support, because it will still get the Booyah faster, and it has about the same range, and it's still as good as it ever was. It's not going to supplant Squeezer for long-range shooter, crossfire, and, like, slaying potential. It's just, like, the only advantage it has over the Squeezer is that it has a bomb. Booyah Bomb is debatably better than Zuka, but not by that much. Not by enough to make that much of a difference. And the main weapon is just significantly worse. It's lower fire, or I don't know if it's lower fire rate, but it's definitely not better fire rate. It doesn't paint as well at all. And it's pretty ink hungry compared to the Squeezer. Yeah. This is going to feel really good and then be kind of underwhelming at top level of play. Because it's just outclassed by too many other things. So Forge in Splatoon 2 it had the same exact problem where it was just outclassed by Squeezer. And in that case, it was worse because it was actually competing with Squeezer for the role of Instapop bubble user. That had the kind of the same range and kind of the same fire rate, but just like worse. It's a little bit different from the way that the Squeezer works now, but I feel like there's largely the same problem there. It was like the best weapon that you should never play, basically, in the game. Because even though it's good, it's outclassed by other things that do what the Forge does better. So that's my initial thought. We'll see if that opinion changes over time. But it's like, people are going to like this weapon, and people are going to have success on this weapon. I just don't think it's, like, the best option that you could choose to get good at. So it's like, I would put it at upper mid-tier, except it's an upper mid tier you should never pick because there are higher tiers that do the same thing but better. That's the weird kind of spot that it's at. This seems insane. Having the Burst Bomb combo back, but this time actually having not the worst special in the entire game. That's gonna be bonkers. Oh my god. That's just... That's fast. Ugh. Burst Bomb is so disgusting on this weapon. And now you've just got Zuka. It's very fast. It's going to run Ninja Squid. It's going to appear and just delete someone off the map. If this thing is underneath a ledge, you have to respect it. Because it's just going to do this sort of thing to you. Yeah, this weapon's really good. Like, if you want to play the aggressive sharking style of Roller, I feel like this is the answer. I just don't see anything else outclassing it for that role. What is this thing? What are we doing with this? This isn't charging special fast. Does that paint anywhere near as much as a Flingza does? That's hard to say. I feel like the Flingza does paint faster, though. Yeah, Flingza definitely paints a lot faster. So what does the big Swig Roller do? Like, what is its niche? Cool, wider trail. You're still not painting that much with this compared to just flicking or, like, using another weapon. Whoa, I guess the horizontal is big. Huh. Is this actually the optimal way to paint with this thing? Hold on. Oh, yeah, this is way better paint. Holy moly. That's so fast. Okay. Huh. So that's a really fast source of ink vacs. If you want an ink vac spammer, this is the weapon. This is 100% the weapon. I don't know why you would want one of those things, but if you do want it, this will get you that right quick. Oh, the damage is so weak on this, though. What does a Flingza do from this range? Yeah, this is like a lot less damage than the Flingza does. Like, this is a vertical flick, and it's gonna 3-shot from here. Flingza hits for like 80 at that range. 90. So it's really, really heavily just there to farm ink vac, is the way that this is going to end up being used, I think. Okay, it might 2-shot from that range, depending on how much damage you land. But yeah, combat-wise, very weak, but this paint output on the horizontal is actually insane. It's very smooth, too. Like, you could use this as a paint support if you wanted to. It's just not gonna... Oh my god. Does it just not one-shot? It does 70? Why are you running a roller? Why are you running a roller if you're just gonna do 70 with the horizontal? Oh. You've got to vertical flick everything. Eugh. Yeah, the damage on this is really pathetic. Basically, I feel like the way that this is gonna work is throw wall, use wall to keep yourself safe while you just paint in a circle around yourself, and get special as fast as possible. So you just like, well, if I throw a wall, do I have enough? Do I have enough? Oh my god, I don't have enough ink to get the special. Okay, so let's try that one more time. So throw this here, and then boom, 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 boom. Yeah, no, there's no shot that you can actually throw the wall and then get special. So you just have to get special. And then, I am your shield. That's all you are. Ugh. They didn't have to give it 70 on the horizontal, man. This didn't need to be a thing. Why'd they do that? Why is its range so trash, too? Yeesh. Alright, that's low mid-tier-ish, I would say. Kind of disappointing. Aerospray, we know exactly what this weapon is and what it does. I don't need to mess with that at all. This brush, I think, is held back mostly by Hammer, but I don't think mines are the greatest for it either. I think the current Inkbrush kit is probably still better. There may be some niches where you'd want this instead, but not that many of them, because Whale is just like a great engagement special, and Hammer really isn't. This I'm very curious to see what people can do with. Like, I feel like there's potential for Zipcaster plays on this thing that other weapons can't do. Let me try something up over a wall here. So let's say I hook onto, like, here. That hit pretty far over the top, right? And also, Zipcaster just got buffed. That's an idea. Whoa. Oh, right, they gave it a range extension. I think it needs a lot more than that, but... Yeah, I mean, the main weapon was great. The kit, like the sub and special are a bit undertuned, but both of them got buffs. I wouldn't write it off immediately. I want to see what people do with this thing. Because honestly, with the other kit having Tri-Strike, maybe there's something to the Zipcaster kit. Not having a bomb is a huge problem for it, and line marker is still garbage. Like, I don't think that tiny little buff is going to change anything about it. It's still the worst sub in the game, but it's definitely... Yeah, Bucket Main has to at least think about whether they want to use this thing. This might be insane. This might be crazy. Is it enough with just that? Not quite. How much do I need for double torpedo on this thing? Probably just like a few more subs, right? Do I have that on a shoe? Pretty fast. Can't use. Oh! You are not allowed to throw it and... Okay, there's a bunch of white ink frames. Okay, I see what's happening. So it's not even that I don't have the ink for it. It's that... Look at where the white ink frames on that. How long it takes before you can throw another one. That makes sense. Okay. So you can't have two torpedoes flying at the same time for the most part. Let's like throw one really high in the air and see if we can get a second one lower. Is it not letting me, even if I... don't think it's letting me throw it. I don't think it's letting me have 2 active at, like, the same time. Yeah, like, I should totally have been able to throw it just now, and it just doesn't let you. Yeah, it has to explode. Alright. Lame. And by lame, I mean probably good for the game. Oh, man. Imagine a torpedo on top of a wave breaker. Holy crap. That's disgusting. Oh, my goodness. People are just gonna, like, mindlessly use this and end up getting, like, doubles and triples without really engaging the enemy team at all. It's like, just look at all these numbers. Look at all the numbers that are happening on the screen right here. It's a lot of numbers. Oh, man. That is not going to be fun if you walk into it. Yeah, I feel like this weapon has a lot of potential. Curious to try it out. Is there anything else that I didn't see? Not really. I'll have to start playing some games on this stuff. I think that the patch has generally got a lot of improvements in it. Lots of nice quality of life stuff. The fact that they didn't touch crab is a little whack. That's still going to be meta. But we've got a couple of kits here that are actually pretty neat and interesting. And I really like the Snipewriter. I think that's just a really cool concept for a main weapon. The kit is silly, but hey, it's there. And then Big Swig feels bad. Feels real bad. Main weapon probably needs a buff. We'll have to see, though. The one thing about this is if you give this thing, like, missiles or something, all of a sudden, that's a problem. Like, look at how fast... Okay, so we'll get a full charge of this again just to show. But this thing gets special pretty scary quickly. Okay. Why does it have a little bit of charge in it? Don't have special charge. Whatever. So, like, look at this. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Look at how much this special gauge is filling every time I do that. That's really quick. So, like, that main weapon, it's feeling very reflux right now. It's feeling very... You run this to charge special. Like, that's literally a similar speed of special charge as the reflux has. I think it's important, like, to not sleep on how heavy the paint is from that horizontal flick. That's insane. But Inkvac is not a spam special. It's not a special that you can just, like, use and then try to charge again really fast, because you're probably committing super hard every time you use it. I do like the way that it paints, though. Like, this is super swimmable paint. I can just go, like, straight through all of this without having to worry about holes in it or whatever. It has strengths. It's just not quite got the right kit to capitalize on them, I think.